So I got this comment earlier and it reads, bro, do a video about your life after the military. And I said, bet, I'm on it. So let's talk about it. Uh I know some of y'all are probably in the process of separating or you're freshly separated from the military. And you're probably scared as shit. You're probably nervous. You don't know what's next. And I'm here to tell you right now, bruh, that is perfectly fine. That is perfectly normal. You know what I'm saying? You are going from one life into another life, essentially. You know what I'm saying? You going from civilian to military and back to civilian. You know what I'm saying? And for some of y'all are doing 20 plus, right? And in some cases, you probably if you went in at 20 years old and you did 20 in the military, half you know military you don't really know about civilian you anymore. So it's nerve wracking. Cause like I said, you don't know what's next. I'm gonna just use me for an example. I did 6 years, and going into, you know, going into the military, I always told myself, bro, I'm doing 6 and I'm out. Could nothing or nobody convince me of staying in. I wasn't trying to make a career out of this. You know, in and out, using it as a stepping stone, however the saying is. But that last year, you start getting nervous. You like, oh shit, what's next? Especially now because like the job market's kind of crazy, and so you really gotta like you really are kind of like in panic mode, you know. But I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be okay, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like I said, I did 6 years. I separated, and at the time of my separation, I was with my ex, and you know we had agreed that you know we was gonna live together, right? And then we got into it, and she was like, "Nah, we ain't living together." So I'm like, "What the fuck? Where am I go now?" And I asked myself that because, yeah, I had money saved up, but I wasn't trying to immediately use my money for a crib. I got out at 25 years old, so I was telling my pops about it. He was like, "Bro, just come home. You know, you ain't got no room no more, but come home, sleep on the couch." And for me, I kind of struggle with that because I'm coming from 6 years of having my own spot, my own crib. I had houses. So to downgrade and to go back to my parents' house and sleep on the couch, it was crazy. It was crazy, but it made sense. It made sense. And so Pop was like, stay here, stack your bread, and just figure it out. Like when you separate, bro, if you single, when you separate, you need time to like relax and decompress and really process what's going on. That routine of waking up, going to PT every morning, going home to put uniform on, going to lunch and going to work, and that's over with. It's over with. Just like that. Over with. Now you gotta create a whole new routine. Gotta find I ain't gonna say structure, but a different type of structure. You know, because you don't have the military no more. You're done. And so with that, I was able to just relax and chill and really figure out who I was again. Because if you let the military can become who you are, become your personality, and you need a life outside the military. So I wasn't too like messed up. Well, I wasn't messed up at all. You know, it was a fun time. I don't regret my time in the military. I used it for what it was there for, and they used it out of me. You know, but Life has been great. I don't have any complaints. I don't have any regrets. Is it an adjustment? Absolutely. Just like it was an adjustment for you when you joined. You got to get used to it. Same thing back in Sabine where you got to get used to it. And the one thing you got to get used to it is the people. The lack of sense of urgency, the lack of attention to detail. You know, you gotta be patient with these people, and because they don't have uh the sense of urgency, the just everything that you learn in the military, everybody don't have that in the civilian side. And so that's gonna mess with you a little bit. You know, when it came to jobs, bro, I didn't realize how long it could take to actually get like a career job. And so while I'm waiting for jobs to like, go ahead with the process, I had to get like little bullshit ass jobs. You know, my background is law enforcement, so I can get any security job. So had a couple of security jobs, didn't really like it. I knew I wanted to start a business in transportation. So I got a job at the UPS warehouse and I was a driver. And so, because I thought my business was going to take, the UPS route. And so I was doing that, saving up for a sprinter van. Uh, Along with that, I had a whole lot of shoes because I was the military make you a fake sneakerhead. So I was able to get off some shoes to help save for my sprinter van so I could stop working a job. And so, let me back up. I just skipped the whole little process. I stayed home for like 6 months. And then, yeah, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 9 months. I was home for 9 months. And then, you know, doing this process, I'm getting jobs and also doing my VA stuff. That's a process within itself. Don't miss no appointments, bro. Don't miss no appointments. Don't reschedule no appointments. Don't do none of that, bro. Because it's only gonna delay your process. And then once your appointments are done, it's the waiting game. It's the waiting game to see what percentage you're gonna be, and you just really just a sitting duck on the cool until one day you gonna check your account and you gonna see some money that you wasn't expecting. I swear. Veterans, if I'm lying, tell me in the comments. But when you first got your first VA check, did it or did it not surprise you? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I got that money. So I'm like, cool. It gave me a little bit. It gave me a little bit more room on my leash. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more leeway. And so after a few months of that, it was time to get my own spot, bro. I was at home for 9 months. And so I got my first apartment, bro, on my own. No roommates, no nothing. And I was chilling. And then that's when I decided I want to do transportation stuff. So I went and got the FedEx driver job or UPS job. Yeah, UPS job. No, FedEx job. FedEx driver job. Saved up, bought my sprinter van, bro. Bought my sprinter van. And I was also studying to become a certified personal trainer. Did that. And at the time, I'm still recording YouTube content. So I've been doing YouTube for a long time. Since 2018. You know what I'm saying? So I don't miss the military. You know what I'm saying? I miss the people. I miss the first and the 15th, if I'm just being honest. But I accomplished what I set out to do in the military, bruh. You know? And life is good. Like I said, is it an adjustment? Absolutely. It is. I've been out 8 years and I'm still adjusting. I don't think it will ever be like 100%, like 100% fully transition period. You gonna be 90% for like life, in my opinion, because just how what you learned and what you experienced from the military, you're always going to like revert back to that when you have situations in your civilian world again. And so it's just like, bro, you can never forget about it. You can never forget about it. And it's just that. That's just what it is. So you'll never be able to fully transition from the military. And that's just my opinion. And I could be wrong, but I'm just speaking for me. I want to let y'all know that it's possible to exist without the military again, because you done it before. You was a civilian first, and then you joined the military and you did X amount of years, and then now it's time to come out and you a civilian again. So you can adjust. You can adjust, and it's okay to be scary. But what you don't want to do is feel so sorry for yourself that you become a bum. That you become a bum. I had my plan was to take a year off from the military, not like no work, no working, no nothing. But man, that shit lasted a few weeks. You get bored fast. You get bored fast because the adrenaline and the energy of not only yourself but people are excited for you to be home. So you constantly surrounded by love. But once people know that you're home for good, it's back to square one, or regular business. You know what I mean? I remember my final out appointment, bruh. It lasted 5 minutes, if that. And she told me, "You free to go." I said, "Oh my God, I am officially out the military, bro." But you're not officially out until like your separation date. And so I was able to go home 30 days early because I had some leaves, and so I was on terminal leave, and then you separate. But the life I live now is not possible without the military, bro. And what's even crazier, man, is I joined the military to not even go to college, and now I'm in school. And so I really be big chilling. I wake up, work out, do what I want to do. I make my content. I go to school. I run my business. I have a wine business. Let me show y'all one of the bottles. I've been doing this for a little minute, 5 years to be exact. And so, the best wine you ever gonna have. So, if you want some of that, link is in the description. PappyPotion.shop. But yeah, life after military is golden. I wouldn't trade it for the world. What? Let me take that back. The only thing I would trade is a healthier body, bro. Because they take your body through the mud in the service, bro. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. So some days are, it's tough to get out the bed, but I ain't no hoe, so I ain't gonna complain about it. But yeah, I don't have no regrets, no thinking of damn, should I rejoin? I don't have none of that. I don't have none of that. And once you get comfortable with being a civilian again, you're gonna be like, all right, this ain't that bad. Also, I am speaking from uh, a single man at the time when I separated. So I know the pressure is probably different when you're married with kids. You can't just chill. You gotta get to it. And I know a lot of people are in that position to where it's like, bro, I can't sit here and you know what I'm saying? I gotta get to it. And I understand that. But you will fall into something. You will fall into your calling. It's plenty of resources out there that's made to help veterans succeed after the military. Now, if you don't utilize them, that's totally up to you. That's a you problem. The resources are there. Either go on a VA website or just spend the day at the VA and just learn what you can, what you what you qualify for. Go to school, bruh. Get your housing paid for. Be a full-time student. Life after military is not hard. So I think some people should make it hard. They want to be lazy, or some people just want to. They realize they made the wrong mistake in separating, and they rejoin. Me, I'm not that person. Never thought about rejoining. When they was doing them 20, 30,000, 20 to 30,000, even $40,000 bonuses, I said, hold on, bro. Hold on. But it's dope, bro. I don't have any complaints. I don't have any complaints. And I'm surviving. Bad economy and all. I'm surviving. And you can, and you will survive too. Take care of your money. Take care of your money. And you'll be straight. So to the people that's getting out, hopefully you've been saving your money, because you're gonna need that. You're gonna need that for sure. I told people that was getting ready to join or getting ready to leave for the service, bro, save $500 a month to start out. That's $250 each check. And just stack it up until it's time for you to get out. Get your TSP started. Get your Roth IRA started. So when it's time for you to separate, you won't be panicking about money, bro. And your TSP and your Roth IRA, it can transfer to your new job if they allow it, and you'll be straight, bro. One of the jobs to get after the military is the post office. The post office. And then with 2026, bro, it's so many ways to make money just off your phone. There's no way you should be struggling after serving. One, because you a veteran, and two, it's so many avenues to make money now. Like, it's more than like what it was in 2018. So I just want to tell y'all that y'all gonna be okay. You're going to adjust like you need to. And shit, once that happens, you'll be smooth sailing for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all got any more questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment section. I got you. I'll either respond to you or I just make a video on it. You know, but it's okay to be nervous or scared of about leaving the military. Also, with leaving the military, don't think everybody's gonna have the same energy for you. Some people are going to switch up. They're going to switch up. And it's not nothing you did. It's just what some people got going on within themselves. It's a them problem. So when it happens, because it will, just know I told you so. And then that's normal too. That's normal too. So yeah, bro. That's that on that. Appreciate the comment, bro. And shit, like I said, y'all got any more questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. Also, you can get at me on Instagram too. _ Pappy G. It's also in the description. And so yeah, y'all be great. Let me know how y'all transition process is going in the comments. And I'll check y'all next one, bruh.